Yeah.
Okay. Tom, and your name?
Allison. Nice to meet you.
Tristan.
Tristan, nice to meet
Red 5.
you.
Carrie.
Cool.
Did you guys see the set yet? Hi, I'm Gregory Ronowitz, and this is Barnyard Effects. We do all kinds of stuff here: set building, alien making, creature design, miniature work. But my personal favorite thing to do is direct.
Great job, Bob. You and the crew are done for the night.
No problem, Noah. We're just going down a block, grab some food.
My name is Dave Blass. I am a production designer and I'm the producer of the 2014 Art Directors Guild Award Show. We knew that we're playing to a very specific audience as art directors, so we knew that we wanted to do something art themed. I've known Greg just through the ups and downs of our careers, and it's like he's one of my best friends. So when I had this thing and I really was hitting a wall, what can we do creatively? I called Greg. I said, "Dude, help!" And he's like, "Okay, let me think on it." 2 days later, he comes back with a full script, and I just read it, and I literally sent him back almost in tears, like, "Oh my God, you saved!" And he just had written it, and we had shared the idea of it's an art director on a date, and he's got his own personal art department.
So this particular project, where I get to actually write and direct something about the art department, is kind of the perfect combination for me, and it was really someplace that I felt at home. The whole idea behind the piece was just trying to make the art department laugh. Like, this was specifically designed for the Art Directors Guild. It's the biggest, best designers in all the world are going to be watching this. So how do you make something that appeals to them, that's funny to them? And I knew I had Owen, so funny wasn't a problem. I knew he was going to kill it. It was just the subject matter. And from my experiences in the art department, I think the things that they might not be funny at the time, but when you can step back, you laugh at how people assume that it's all so easy and that anything can happen. And it's, you know, across the board. Even people with a huge film experience, you have directors all the time that are like, well, can't you just, you know, you always say, can't you just, like, can't you just put the house in the middle of the lake, or can you just change the color of the entire room over lunch, or you know what I mean? It's not that they don't know how much work it takes. It's just like Hollywood is very demanding and they need a lot of stuff. So I was like, if somehow I can appeal to that side, this room full of people who every day hear, well, can't you just, like, isn't it easy too? But by making it as if it really was that easy. That's kind of what I wanted to show. Imagine a guy who has a personal art department, who's on a date, and anything that his date desires, these guys just swoop in and make it happen like that, you know? I thought that would be, it was funny to me. I thought it would be really funny to the art directors and the production designers of the world to see how maybe directors and producers think we work.
That is perfect. It's all just behind.
You know, I think even knowing Greg for 20 years, the guy amazes me every time I work. So we show up and we're shooting, and you know, I get my producer hat with. I'm like looking at time schedules and money and how much we're spending on this, and all of a sudden I'm looking at this, and he brings in this giant fireplace. I'm like, okay, and then it's in the middle of the shot. I'm like, but there's no fire. We can't build a fire. We don't have a permit. He's like, no, they just do this lighting gag. And I'm like, Greg, it looks like shit. He goes, no, we're gonna put in the fire. I go, what do you mean we're gonna put in the fire? He's like, oh, we're gonna put it in a post. I go, but really? And I'm like, I have to trust him because it's like he does everything fucking so good. But I'm like, okay, but we'll put it in post. But you know that this gets delivered in 2 weeks. And he goes, I'll do it in an afternoon. I go, I know you will, but I have to do that worry thing as a producer. And of course, you watch the piece, and he literally gave it to me. I sent him the clip, and 4 hours later, he sent it me back with a fire in the fireplace. The guy's a magician.
One of my favorite parts of the production was that I was able to come in and use my art department, my personal art department. These guys have worked with me for years, and you actually see some of them on camera, as well as they helped put together the sets and worked with Dave's team and just did some amazing work. I work with them all the time doing art stuff, and to me it's the most fun when I get to have them there, but then I'm directing, and then, you know, they're stepping up and helming all the art stuff, and you know, Amish doing the After Effects and all the things that everybody's like, oh, how's that ever going to work? Like, how are we going to, we see the wire, there's no fire. And to be able to, you know, have a team that can just do anything and make anything happen, no matter what obstacles are in the way, it gives me the confidence going into it that whatever my imagination dreams up can become a reality. And, yeah, it's just, that's the best part of filmmaking.
Today we have 2 sets kind of right next to each other, and we're bouncing back and forth all day to both sets. We're gonna have them basically pre-lit all day and just minor tweaks around as we go throughout the day. There's a lot of art going in and out of each shot, so that's why we bounce back there. They re-art this one, then we come back, we shoot, and they art that one. Hi, I'm Lon, one of the Bowie brothers, and we were director of photography for Greg Aronowitz on this project. Greg and I talked about the different looks of each of the sets that we were shooting on, and we wanted to make sure that they each had a unique feel. Now, the challenge to that would be, a unique feel would usually be a completely new lighting setup. But on camera in the final piece, we have scenes where we're literally going from one set to the other in one shot. So we had to keep our key lights in the same spot. Then I was free to move the other lights that we had, background lights, put colored gels on some lights, to really give each new scene a new feel.
Art department-wise, I've done over 300 movies and television shows and various projects, like a lot of stuff. I worked with a lot of the biggest designers in Hollywood, and you know, my whole career has just been an honor. But I had to make the decision to either focus on directing or just stay in the art department. And as much as I loved it, I really just wanted to make my own movies. And I think it's the kind of situation where, you know, anyone who is like, all right, I'm out of here, you know, it's like all those guys that I worked with were like, well, we'll see what happens, you know. We're still waiting to see what happens. But I felt like this was a really cool opportunity to kind of, you know, come back into that circle and show what I've learned, all the things that they taught me about production design and about filmmaking and directing, and put it into context to where, you know, we can all kind of look at it from the same perspective. And, you know, it's just for me a moment I'll never forget, to just see them all laughing at something that I did, and in a good way. If it was a dramatic piece, I would probably be crushed. But because it was a comedy, you know, it just really felt good to see all of these people that I admire and have worked with see a different side of what I can do and actually really enjoy it.